brash, bold, overbearing, a perfectionist, and a bully. These are just some of the words that could be used to describe Shattered Glass Blaster, who is indeed going to be our focus today. But not just him alone, because we will also take a look at his tracker, that being the evil Rewind. Not Eject, Rewind. Both of these guys, 2 for 1, going to be our focus this time around in the latest GotBot True review. Hey what, hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, man, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe, and while you're at it, light 'em up, baby. Hit that notification bell, please. It helps me out a ton, and I'll let you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that in the description down below. Also in the description down below. And if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. You can check us out on Patreon. You can see what we have to offer to you through Spring. Or of course you can just hit the join button right here on YouTube and become a channel member. And this is the Shattered Glass version of Blaster and Rewind. It's funny because I think in the review when we get there, get sort of struck amazed that this isn't Shattered Glass Eject. Rewind is basically a tracker. It's too bad he doesn't have his two like shoulder blaster things, because one of them is supposed to like stun metallic animals and the other one like melts their body parts together. Like it's weird. He's also got a penchant for Earth's fauna, like he likes plants. It's really weird. Not fauna, flora. He likes Earth's animals, even though I don't think he can really melt them together. I don't know, maybe he could. He's a bad guy. And then we have this guy, brash, arrogant. I mean, this isn't just taking someone and giving it Soundwave's personality. No, he is always looking to be the center of attention. He's always looking to make a splash. He doesn't just enter the fray, he has to make an entrance into the fray. As far as these guys go, if you liked the Kingdom Legacy Blaster and Eject, you're probably going to like this. How successful is it? Well, we're about to find out when we head over to the table and take a closer look at these two. A huge shout out to our buddy Razor Bear. Because of him, we're taking another dip into the world of Shattered Glass. And this is Shattered Glass Blaster and Rewind. Blaster is so sinister that he uses classical music from Earth as a sonic weapon to disrupt, well, everything. Now, you'll notice that he is not in robot mode. It's because we already looked at the transformation going from robot mode to I guess cassette player mode when we looked at Blaster and Eject way back in episode 955. I said it was Rewind. Is it Rewind? Interesting that the actual Blaster came with Eject and this guy comes with Rewind. Huh, I didn't notice that before. Who knew? So we've already seen the transformation going from robot to this in episode 955. Also, when I do kind of bring out Blaster as like a comparison here, you'll notice he has add-on kits on him, specifically the Superman Studios and Shockwave Labs kits. And I looked at those on him in episode 962. I think I got the companies right on the upgrade kits. And a huge shout out to our buddy Joe for the upgrade kits for the regular lad. Okay, that's kind of my shout outs, that's kind of the intro. Let's move this guy out of it and take a look at the packaging first. And for the packaging, you can see it says Autobot Blaster, Autobot Rewind. I find that's really cool. I did not realize that. Shattered Glass, of course, you see Blaster up here looking all sinistery, and over here looking all sinistery, and over here looking all sinistery, and on the back, of course, yeah, you see it. We have the very slight bio, and we have, of course, the product images. Our guys come with instructions, but I think we already know how to do this transformation. And Blaster's Blaster cast in blue. This time instead of black, you'll notice that there's a rectangular slot on the handle that fits over a rectangular slot back here between his, I don't know, batteries, I suppose. And when you do so, it looks like this. A lot of people, though, use it as an antenna, put it here or in any other 5mm port, but that's the way it's supposed to be. When we turn Blaster around this way, I don't know, sinister looking cassette player, I guess. We can press those buttons, it opens up his chest, and out comes, of course, our boy. I was going to say eject, but apparently it's rewind. For the record, this is what the Studio Series 86 Rumble, for example, should be like, or any of the Decepticon cassettes. This is fantastic. Very quickly, we just straighten down the legs and bring them around, straighten out the arms at the elbows and turn them. And then we come around to the back here, and we should be able to, yeah, pick out the head and turn it around. And there is the ever sinister rewind. And next to him here is the good guy eject. Right? So why is he not being cooperative? So, I mean, there you go, right? I mean, what do you prefer? Do you like most of him in blue translucent with gray bits and, you know, like the traditional yellow faceplate and like yellow cassette bits? Or do you like the more sinister and evil red translucent? I do like that the arms are painted here. I don't know if they're translucent painted or not. The head here, infinitely easier to pull out of the slot on the back than it is with this copy of the mold. They're great. Honestly, transformation 10. The look of this guy, 10, I guess. I don't know really what Shatterglass Rewind should look like. The articulation, head goes left, right, kind of up because of the way it transforms. The arms go all the way around, out to the side, elbow, swivel because it's on a ball peg. That's the arms, man, that I wish Rumble had. The legs go all the way out to the side. They go all the way forward, all the way back. Swivel at the ball joint of the knee, and the knee is very deep. Very, very deep, right? Because of the transformation. Fantastic, honestly. Transformation 10, look of the guy, 10, articulation for something this small, 10. I think that, oh man. I think that the rewind or eject is a fantastic, I think it's the way that the cassette should be done. 10, what a heck of a start. Moving on to blasters. So we're going to come here and we're going to split these first. And I'm going to bring these down on the back. We're also going to, nope, I can't turn those yet. My mistake. I guess we'll untab these. And this is so strange. So they tab in, but when you bring it out, you really got to understand that this space in here is what all of this goes in. And down here, there's a tab on the leg that does have to fit up in the slot of the arm. Very, very, very explicit, specific way to do this transformation. This leg comes out. By the way, I also find doing the robot to cassette mode harder than doing the cassette back to robot. We fold this in, and we fold this in on the side. And now I should be able to, yeah, turn that around. And we fold this tab in. I always forget that tab on the regular blaster. We fold that in and we can turn this around as well. Then we turn the whole waist around so that these buttons and stuff are on the back. And we take the, where's the feet? There we go. Okay, so we'll turn the legs, there. Yeesh, I was gonna bring the feet out first, but whatever. They don't want to come out, so I'm gonna have to use this to, I guess, wedge them out. Yeesh, they're real tight on this copy. Tighter than they are on my regular one. That one actually clicked. Ooh, baby. So we have the feet out. We're going to open up the back and we're going to flip out Blaster's head. Close that up. And all that leaves now are the arms, which we bring down on the side and bring the wrist out, rotate it around. You can bend the elbow. If you didn't see it because I was fiddling with the chest, we bring this down, we bring the wrist up, and we rotate it around. And now boom, here we have Blaster in his, his head's gone off screen, but he's in his robot mode. And here's bad guy and good guy. I'll note too, you can put the blaster there if you want. This guy's holding those horn things from that episode, right? I also have a toy hack set here, courtesy of Event Progenitor. I just haven't had a chance to get around to putting any of it on this guy yet. And I'm not going to put a lot of it on, but I do kind of like the blue piece of stuff to go here. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Nevertheless, here's how they look together. I'm pretty happy with it. This is kind of like reverse Soundwave. Like the parts on here that are blue would generally be gray or silver on Soundwave, and the parts on here that are gray would generally be blue on Soundwave, so I thought that that was a very interesting way of going about doing it. I've heard that this mold will also be used for twin cast. I don't think I need it in blue. I mean, I have good guy, bad guy now. I think I'm good. The transformation to get here, I don't know what I scored it the first time around. It's very specific. A lot of people adore it. I find it a little fiddly, especially trying to fold the legs up over the arms. It's all right. It's pretty good. I'm going to give it a 9. I don't think they could have necessarily done better. It's just me having to fiddle with the very specific tolerances. So a 9. In terms of the look of the guy, I think this looks great. I'm giving it a 10. What about the articulation for him? Well, we go left, we go right, little up, little down, not much. The arms go all the way around, out to the side, elbow over 90 degrees, bicep swivel. I don't think there's a wrist rotation on this guy. No wrist rotation. That's a bit of a bummer. Waist is really good and clean and clear. Legs forward, legs can't really go, well, I guess they can go back. I keep pressing the button. Yeah, they can go back if you take his like butt flap thing out of the way. Thigh swivel, 90 degrees at the knee. I don't have that tabbed on just right. 90 degrees at the knee, ankle tilt, and I guess you could say toe tilt up. I don't think there's much more I could want for articulation, to be honest with you. I'm going to say, oh heck, I'm going to say that this guy is, for articulation, again, wrist would be nice. That's really about it. So I'm going to say 9.5 for the articulation, because all I could really want is a wrist. And all the joints move nice and smooth and fluid. So he was getting a 10 for his look. He was getting a 9 for his transformation, which was a 9.5. He's getting a 9.5 for his articulation. So 9.5 overall. But let's not forget that his partner rewind was a 10, if I'm not mistaken, overall. 9.75 for the set. My only concern is there's a lot of gray here. And if that turns yellow, as much as this set is a 9.5, if that turns yellow, it's a failure. It's a 1. It's a 0. Because I think that that absolutely ruins what is otherwise a tremendous offering. Let's hope it doesn't happen. All things being what they are, this being what it is, it should be, it looks like a 9.75. It's pretty darn fantastic. And here we are once again, and here they are. This I adore. I mean, I loved the eject. Why wouldn't I love the rewind? I think the lower arms, no, I think the lower arms are still clear red or translucent red, but they're definitely all painted white. So there's a little bit more paint on this guy than there is on the mainline eject. Nevertheless, it's really good, and I think the tolerances here are a bit better, especially the head. I can actually kind of root the head out for transformation. Can't really do that when I'm looking at eject. It's hard for me to get that one out. And then we get to blaster. What can I say? In terms of functionality and articulation, it's every bit as good as the original. If you think the original was perfect, I know a lot of people did, then this is a very successful reuse of it. The tolerances on my copy still seem pretty fantastic. I like the look of the purples on it, and the dark blues maybe, bluish purples, and the kind of tealy color here. My concern is whether or not the gray plastic will yellow over time, because we know that's been a major problem. But I do usually feel like that happens more with warm grays than cool grays, and this feels like a cool gray, and I don't think it's the type of plastic that actually yellows. It's the kind of softer, grittier plastic used in a lot of joints and hinges. That's what tends to yellow. Not saying it can't happen with this other plastic, but fingers crossed that it doesn't. Functionality wise, It works like the other one, if not a little bit better. Color-wise, I think it looks great. I think it's a success, at least for me. Let me know what you think about Shattered Glass, Blaster, and Rewind. I appreciate you guys coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through spring. Or, of course, hit the join button right here on YouTube and become a channel member. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Stick around and have some fun with us here on the channel. And especially don't forget, man, that somehow, some way, each and every single solitary day, you right there, you do make a difference. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres, or the old fashioned way right here inside the videos.